Hey guys, it's Ron Bass with another edition of Soar High Personal Development, your source for inspiration. Okay, today we've got a really special guest, Master Renato Tavares. He is a very accomplished martial artist. He's a business owner. He's from Brazil originally, Rio de Janeiro, is that correct?
Yes, Rio, yes.
Originally, and moved to the United States a number of years ago. He's a black belt many times over. How many stripes do you have? Or
Six.
Six
degree, yeah.
6 degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. That's just crazy. I've never met anybody that had that many degrees ever.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've really been honored to have him here today with us. He's doing a seminar at Mike's Gym Dojo, which is Soar High Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes, sir.
And he's been gracious enough to agree to come tonight and help us with this podcast. And so we really appreciate that, Master Renato.
Thank you so much.
Also, we have Mike Rose, Master or martial artist extraordinaire.
I'm a martial artist.
Business owner.
Business owner. Thank you,
son,
sir.
father. And last but not least, let's see, what's your name? Oh,
I don't remember.
Davin with the
can't
I.
remember it.
Hunley with an I.
Yeah.
Man, pretty good. He's our producer, and he's also the producer for Soar High Records and Entertainment, and a very talented young man.
Thank you, sir.
Guru.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to talk about self-discipline, which is a big topic Professor Tavares talks about all the time and lives and breathes self-discipline. Why is that so important? Why does it matter that you should have self-discipline? And how can you get good at self-discipline? And what does that really entail? And with it or without it, how would your life go without it? And what happens if you are able to exercise good self-discipline? We're going to talk about health and fitness and the discipline that's required to be accomplished in those areas. We're going to talk about your career. We're going to talk about your profession. And last but not least, we're going to talk about personal development and how self-discipline can play a role in all these areas.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, what do you have to say? Don't everybody speak at the same time.
Whoa. I have to start on self-discipline?
Yes.
I mean, I would say, like...
That's a pretty big topic for you, by the way.
I know. Like, well, what do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
Elaborate.
Wow.
Elaborate. I mean, I would say that I'm fairly disciplined.
Are you being defensive or what?
Oh, always.
Okay.
Come on now. I would say sometimes, like, okay, a good discipline is like you're doing something, but then you really want to play a video game.
Yeah.
You've got to have. I know that's like a real world like thought process. Ronnie wouldn't understand.
No.
I'm
We're in two
not
different eras.
Right, exactly. But either way, you're doing something and you want to play a
Yes.
video game. Sometimes you got to have that self-discipline of saying, I can't do that. I have to finish what I'm doing. And then sometimes, like with my brain, I'm doing something and Ronnie says, well, you do this. And I'm like, I can't drop that
Yes.
and stop in the middle of it. But I've got to have the self-discipline to, like maybe step away and start on something else.
Well, you've talked about that you have, I said OCD the other day. I meant to say ADHD.
Which I have the same as him.
You do too as
Mhm.
well, huh?
Yep.
So attention deficit disorder
Yep.
and how that's
attention
like,
hyper deficit disorder.
excuse me. My
Oh,
apologies.
attention deception.
Sorry, I didn't have all the details.
It's
on that one.
ADHD.
Okay, so, but that makes it even harder for you to have the discipline to move from subject to subject, from thing to thing, place to place.
For the most part, the reasoning that it is hard is once I'm stuck doing something, it's almost like, I can't get dragged out of it. I don't want to stop in the middle of something.
Okay, so we need to talk about today some ways that people can work through that and get better at that, because without the discipline, you're just going to get stuck in the muck.
True.
Not to use a play on words that Mike's got me saying all the time, things like that, with his rhyming ability, with his hip hop business.
Hip Hop Anonymous?
Hip Hop Anonymous.
Wow.
Mike, what do you have to say?
I think for what he's saying, like speak a subject. That's why I started with him first, because of subject, because he always has good subjects. I think
Thank
with
you.
something like that, having like this saying like mine is not as bad as his, like he's a little bit more worse than me. But I think in a degree, I think when it comes to like the mental disorder, I'm not a doctor. I always say that I'm not a doctor, but I think like there's levels to it. So I think ADHD, like for me, I'm a perfectionist. Like same thing. Like
Do you think that's a symptom of ADHD or of ADD?
I kind of do, because sometimes if I'm really interested, I'll stay with it. But if I'm like kind of interested, like I'll fall
You'll
off
jump.
of it.
You'll
Yes.
get
But
out.
I have to like that's being a good investment that I'll make, and that keeps me and it's a powerful thing, because having it, I can stay fully invested into it. because I just know like, and so it is a good thing to have it, I think, in a sense, but also a bad thing because a little stuff like gets in the way, and it's just like, like I need to stay right here, like I just know my lane. I don't know. That's just the way like my mind works, you know.
So you think you're born with ADD?
I think a lot of people are
or do you
born,
think it's something that happens through the course of life?
I think people are born like, say if they have like a mental disorder or something that something that is not benefiting them. I think over time when you get older, they get better at managing it.
So let's back up a little bit. I don't think mental disorder is the right word. I think it's brain chemistry.
Brain chemistry.
And
Yes.
I think that for the most part, I think whether it's schizophrenia or manic depression
Yes.
or ADD or
Yes.
OCD, I think it's a brain disorder. If you want to call it a disorder,
Well,
I think you're born with these things.
Brain chemistry.
Brain chemistry. I had all kinds of phobia disorders when I was young. I had anxiety issues. I could write a book about that, but I don't want to get into that today. But point is, I think you're born. My father had alcoholism. My brother was schizophrenic. I could go. It's a lot of this is in the genetics. And now, so what? I mean, does that mean you can't overcome it? Of course, you can overcome anything, right?
Yes, like I see, like I have the way I try to think, and that was a building during the years. Like I start teaching, and then the way I teach, like most everybody teach, this like I learning from this way. I'm gonna show, but right now I always look into how I can explain a little more details, how I can talk about not just the movement, but about the angle, about leverage, about the we talk about the movement today. Like sometimes you focus on the movement's gonna be A, B, C, D, but you need to more understand the concept.
Concept, depth
The concept of the movement is more important. You understand where the leverage is coming from, what direction you need to push for, and then it's something that is make you always working to be more perfection.
Turn the right gears.
Yeah, how I can explain this better. And then sometimes I even use stuff that I teach for kids, for adults, to make it easy to understand the movement.
Yes.
Then, put your hand here. Ain't that? No, I can talk about the side control. I talk about the Halloween. Ask for the candy, hide the candy, smash the pumpkin. And then people kind of get it there easier. And then I start using sometimes more those analogies that we use for kids because it makes more sense. Because you think about angles and too much details, people can be a little bit lost.
Analogies definitely help, like say, like production as well. When I'm trying to talk to an artist and like give them a framework of what I'm trying to get from them, I give them an analogy and they're like, oh, I get it now. And then the next time they do it perfect. So I agree with you.
Yeah, little things like if we talk about like on bar too, and then the way I was teaching on bars, like, you go to a bar and then, if the thumb point up, you need to push down, but I need to think about one direction, the other one. And then the guys the other day was doing a private, they go, I start teaching my students, but I say, not push to the opposite side, but push to the pink side. There's one direction. It's not two. Because, it's that way. You need to go now make it more sense, make it more easy for people to understand. Yes. And then you're always looking for how we can explain those.
How to elaborate it, break it down.
And then that's what the topic today, like we always looking to how we can discipline yourself to get everything that put inside one path to teach and explain better, and then use those stuff to your other parts of your life too. When I did the last year, I dropped about 18 pounds.
I remember
in 6 weeks.
Yeah, seeing that on Facebook.
For Master Awards, I want to drop, and then I use those. I challenge myself to put in that path that I need to do this and be self-disciplined. And then after the tournament, I can use the same self-discipline in my job, the way I teach, the way I need to set up. Like right now, when I open the new gym, and then I want to make sure everything's perfect. I see my gym as on the 30% of the other gyms, like be clean and organized and but I want to move my gym to the next level and be more self-disciplined about what we do inside the gym, how do we teach in class, how you attend the person in the front desk, how we talk about when we even answer the phone. Like you make sure when you answer the phone to talk about the person with the other person, like you need to make sure the person feel on the other side that you're interested in the conversation, that you have a smile on your face, and that hey, how are you? How are you doing? And interact with the other person. It's not just hello, how are you? Oh, what do you want to do? Oh yeah, we have. There's the person gonna have the same vibe on the other side.
Yes.
And then if you ask for a name, what's your name? Oh, you did martial art before, and then if people see you interest. Other person, they want to do martial art, but you have a conversation, you interact with the other person. And anybody, oh, have a great day. And then it can feel, when you talk, you have the smile. Not so like you rush your, oh yeah, okay, I'm talking for you. Yeah, you need to have that timing that you answer the phone, that you interact with the other person.
You make a very good point about showing interest in other people. I learned a long time ago that when you're talking to somebody, let them talk, and when they ask you how you're doing, it's something as simple as hanging in there. Or that's usually my answer that I give, because I want them to talk about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to talk about myself to feel good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I know who I am, but that person, maybe they need some reassurance. Maybe they're a little bit insecure.
Or
Let
maybe
them
they have a
talk.
bad
Let them
day.
talk about themselves and their life and their accomplishments.
And
Am I right or wrong?
With the conversation during the phone,
Make
you already
make them feel important.
Yeah, and then you can start answer questions to see what the person wants to. Maybe they want to get it there again just in shape. They want to learn in self-defense. And you can, during the conversation, you can even see that people just need a group, be part of
just
something.
to be part of something.
Yeah. Then it's super important. Like all these little things, sometimes we pass by daily, especially when you have a gym. The person coming in, we give the schedule, we talk, we not interact.
Some more about Renato. He not only is a martial artist himself, but he's a student. He's also a fierce competitor. He's a world champion many times over. He mentioned World's Masters a few minutes ago.
Pan.
That's one of the largest tournaments in the world. The Europeans, of course, Pan Ams.
Yeah.
And he competes in all these tournaments. Has won many tournaments for many years. And he also has his own gym, of course, and teaches, coaches,
Beach,
has many
Florida.
affiliates. We're one of his affiliates. Soar High Jiu-Jitsu is one of his affiliates here in Springfield, Missouri. He lives in Florida. So he's a very, very successful, very ambitious, very genuine, super guy who just loves to help people, influence people, to help them to become what they want to become. And that's what our podcast is all about.
Absolutely.
And that's what he's all about.
It's stuff like, you need to walk the walk, not just talk the talk.
Yes.
You need to make sure like people see what you do, or you tell them to do, but they can see that you do too.
Yes.
Like that. A lot of times, I think you need to lose your weight, but they see I'm verified my division. I didn't need to lose like 16 pounds, but I put myself in the challenge there. The people can maybe be inspired. But
You
he
inspire
was able
them.
to do that.
You inspire
then
them.
And
So you're setting the
yes.
example for all of your
Yes.
friends and students and people that come in your path.
Mhm.
Mike's the same way with his
Yes,
gym.
I
He's-
was just about to say, I had a question for him, but I was just about to say I'm the same way, because like me running my gym, I know I have to be a good role model and set the right pace and tone for my gym. And people recognize real. People could feel it. I'm emotionally intelligent. I could feel people's energy. That's why I'm saying, like, for me, this type of business I do, it's very good because I could pick up on it really quickly. And I know how to interact with people. And that's very important.
very important.
As some people lack that emotional intelligence.
And then we teach people, and then we teach like say we teach people 7 p.m. at night. They went to the work. They know they have maybe problems during the day. They don't want to come to the boring class. They want to be. And then we make some jokes. You make them feel like
it's therapy.
Okay.
It's therapy almost for them.
Yeah, and then it's a martial art, and some
Yes.
people have different goals. Some people like really want to fight, want to be a competitor. But most of the people go to the martial art. They want to be part of something. They want to learn maybe.
Feel better about
Yeah,
themselves.
and learning, like getting better in better shape, be part of something, help other people,
Yes.
and go home, not just sore and all break,
Yes.
but they want to go home, like go back to the next day.
I always say I treat everybody accordingly, not differently. I treat everybody
Mhm.
accordingly, never differently.
Let me interject something
Yes,
here.
sir.
I have kind of a pet peeve about this subject. I think a lot of coaches make a mistake when they try to teach their students like one size fits all. It does not work that way.
That's why I
From
said-
my perspective.
That's why I said
I would never say anything to my coach like that out of respect.
Yes,
but I
sir.
mean, I always think about that to myself
Mhm.
when I see a coach working with people that are. There's no way they can do this.
That's why I always
and they're
say
not helping
accordingly.
them by just throwing them against the to the wolves. In
No,
my opinion,
even when we teach a position, some people need to say the A,
Modification.
B, C, D. Some people, like I have a guy that when I teach him, I need to use a lot of here's like you driving a car. I always need to have examples that
example, yeah.
And some people just like I'll put a hand here and then they go and do it. But it's some each
But
person.
most are not
learn
that
a different
talented.
way.
Most cannot do that. Most
then-
are not that gifted.
And then I was telling him, like, we just finished, did 4 privates, and I love teach privates because when I teach myself because I need to pay attention to details, and I teach all the angle here, and then I can feel, do a little bit more. And then it's always, I like to compete and teach and do special projects because you always learning from, you're growing from. I compete not because I want to get another title, want another medal. I just want to test the stuff I have been learning that can prove there on the mat that's working that I can bring to my students. And look, this is working better.
Yeah.
This is the best
The
way.
validation.
And then is in jiu-jitsu, and then I think this all the martial arts, you're never going to stop learning.
Yeah.
I do jiu-jitsu for 47 years and I'm still adding, changing,
47
moving.
years. That's incredible.
I think that that's in any profession.
Mhm.
So same with like production. You
Mhm.
know, I'm miles ahead better than I was even a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. You know, so I think in any profession, like Ron, you could probably say the same thing.
You need to have an
You
open
learn
mind.
all the
No,
time.
open mind to learning. Like
Yes.
you're never going to know everything.
Yes.
Exactly. You can't sit there and be like,
Mhm.
I'm already as good as I can get. No, don't think that
no,
way.
you
Don't
never
think
stop
that way.
learning.
So
Ever.
Renato said something a minute ago that makes me think, and I want to speak a little
You
bit
can
about
think?
getting in better shape. Better shape are the two words. I think a lot of people that come to martial arts classes, like our jiu-jitsu classes, they're there because they are in bad shape physically, which makes them feel bad mentally. Am I right or wrong? But if
It's
you get
all
in shape
connected.
physically, what happens mentally?
It's all connected. That's the one thing we always talk about. Like is when you start doing a martial art, you're gonna be learning a discipline that are gonna give you self-confidence, better shape, and then you're gonna have a better mindset. And then it's a cycle that you just. And then we always talking about. You come to the gym as a white belt, you want to be a blue belt, you want to be a purple belt, you want to be a black belt, and we try to bring those things to your life. Everything you do can be a relationship with your wife, relationship with your kid, relationship in your with your co-workers. Always you can improve, always you can make it better, always you can grow in. And that's like one thing I in everything I do when I talk to people, you always have something that can make yourself better. The way whatever you're learning to teach, or the way you training, or relationship when you go do seminars. Every time I go do seminars, this worked better the way I explain, and then next time I'm going to use the same. Or I use something during the class, I think this is going to be good to explain during the seminar, or even a joke, that I make during the stuff that can, because when you do seminars, sometimes it's like 3 hours. For some people that's really into jiu-jitsu, they want more time.
Yeah,
I have some time by the halfway. If you don't make some jokes, people, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. We need to make it interact, make fun.
Yeah.
They kind of. Then we play some jokes and then do some karate chops in the middle. That's just kind of. My hand here, wrist lock. And
Yeah, I remember when I first met Renato at Blue Springs, and I didn't know him very well, but I could tell he's a good people. He came up behind me and he had grabbed my hand. It was I was like, what? He was like, but I remember those things. He made me laugh. I enjoyed those times.
Well, for a man of his success and his caliber, he's very good-natured. He's down to earth. People really can relate to him.
Absolutely.
For all of his success, he's not a highfalutin guy.
Yes.
He's a very down-to-earth guy.
Yes.
He has one mission in life. I can sense it. He wants to help people.
Yes.
He's already reached his height, his glory in his own right.
Yeah.
And he although yes, he's still a student. Yes, he still wants to learn. But I mean, he's so far ahead of the curve. His goal, his mission, I believe, is to help everybody else build themselves up, help them feel better about themselves. Am I right? That's right.
And he did this, I think jiu-jitsu is teaching me so much. The lessons you're learning every day on the mat can help you outside the mat. And then that's what I'm trying passing to that. You're maybe not going to be good in jiu-jitsu, not going to be a world champion, but if you use the discipline that we talked today about, go there and learning and come to the next day, maybe you're going to be sore, maybe you're going to be disappointed, maybe you're going to be discouraged, but you come back because you want to learn, you want to grow, and then you have the discipline to be back on the mat and training. And then that's what we try passing in on the side that we want to create association that I want to do is not create followers. I don't want people follow me. I want to create new leaders. People can guide other people and create new leaders, not the person going to be, they have my gym, I'm going to have this bunch of followers. It's not about following. It's about creating new people. They're going to inspire other people too as well. No?
Well, you certainly inspired this young man.
Thank you so much. I always say the most important thing for a white belt should be doing is sharing the knowledge of jiu-jitsu, sharing like with your grandparents, share with everybody, tell everybody to try jiu-jitsu, share jiu-jitsu. That's the white belt's job, in my opinion. And like just the growth alone and them understanding that's something they love and it could change the people's life. Like that's just what I think. Oh, like for a white belt, you should be sharing the love of jiu-jitsu.
For all levels, I think
yes, for sure.
We talk about like when we do seminars, like we put the guys together, and usually the white belts on the corner there. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And they say, "Oh, today we're gonna have a special day. We're gonna adopt the white belt for a day."
Yes.
And then they're like the high levels can help them.
Yes.
Because you're gonna be a group here, group there, and the white belt's gonna be there. Oh, we're gonna do it. They
have no clue.
They don't understand emotions because they're a little bit more advanced. Say like, oh, we'll have a special day today. Adopt a white belt for a day. If you like it, you can bring it home. No, but I think it's important because everybody there's already blue belt, purple belt, especially purple and brown belt, know how hard it is to be a lower belt.
Exactly.
To learn the movements, learn the details, and understand because they don't understand the body yet. They understand the angles,
the mechanics.
The mechanics of the movements, and then say, man, it's important you guys help them. And not just help them because you already passed for that stage, but when you help them and then you get better, you're going to have a better training partners for you too.
Yep,
you're building a better source of training for you as well.
And to bring that like to the music like realm, it's the same with like artists and producers. Like I could go help 2 or 3 like producers that are their first year producing, and I could teach them little things that they're going to come out and they're going to be like, whoa. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Because I was there at one point. I was like, I don't even know what to do here.
I would say like some people are so focused in on the picture, and it just takes 2 steps back.
Exactly.
Takes 2 steps back off that picture, and you can see a little bit more detail.
I talk to Ronnie all the time about a 3,000 or 30,000 foot view.
Yes.
Don't look at just this mouse right here.
Yeah, the imperfection.
Look way out.
Look
at
the
broad.
Beauty of it.
The broad nature. And then I had one other thing to add was everything that you've said today about, discipline, like it works in all frames of life, like
that's
for our viewers.
That's jiu-jitsu.
I agree.
Remember how I always say this? I always say jiu-jitsu is life.
Exactly.
Look at everything how it leads.
Yeah, you create a lifestyle. Jiu-jitsu is a lifestyle.
Yes.
If you understand, it's going to take care of your health, with your diet, your exercise, even like going out, stuff
problem solving.
Yeah, it was all the time, it's great.
And I agree. I was just putting it for like the viewers that aren't in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, the viewers.
Yeah, the viewers that are like, it's not for me, but take what this man is saying and put it into your life.
You can put it in everything in your life. Because it's if you have something there, and then one thing that I saw in your wall there, you need to have a passion for what you do. If you have a passion for what you want to do, man, you're gonna find a way to make it happen.
Exactly.
But and there's sometimes when we have the COVID, people, what are they gonna do? I stay home. I say, man, every time we see so many people say, oh, if I will have time for this, now we have time. If you want to change stuff in your life, you want to change career, if you want to maybe do something else that you always want to be, like photographer or music, that's the time. And if you don't, right now, you may be working, wake up 30 minutes early, an hour early, go sleep half an hour early, take half an hour in the middle of the day to study and find something that if you have a passion, you're going to find a way to get it there.
And sometimes it only takes that little amount of time, 30 minutes a day. The 10,000 hours or whatever everybody talks about, 30 minutes a day.
So
learning something.
I know we're probably getting closer to our time.
Sorry,
time
we're
limit,
going back.
No, but I just want to throw this in here. What do you guys think about why is it that so many people don't have the ambition to improve their lives? They don't have the sense of wanting to have the self-discipline to do what it takes to improve their life. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with people that are not willing to move forward in their life that way? What causes that?
I think it can be a lot of different things. Like the way you raise. My
environment.
Environment is super important. But you can change.
So if you surround yourself with the right kind of people,
yes, that's super important.
That's key.
Because you can have maybe like you're born in one kind of surround from one kind of people. People was kind of little negative. Oh, I cannot do this. I cannot have this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. But if you surround yourself with people like and you can have a lot of examples of people that they have nothing and turning a successful person, or turning a billionaire because they have the desire to change the way they was raising, but you need to have something again. You need to be passion or something in your life that's gonna change gonna click on you. I need to do something different in my life, and I think jiu-jitsu, because the people you have around, most of the people around jiu-jitsu is positive. They want to grow. They want to get better. You surround yourself with those kind of people, you're able to change. Of course, the desire is on you. You need to have that. I want to do this, change in my life, and then you have other things that can influence you too. But
I would also put drive in there.
Yeah, I was about
Where
to
does
say
that drive come from, or where does the lack of it? Why is there a lack of it?
It's all up here. It's all up here.
But
I've been.
I think he's right, though. I think environment plays like
Yes.
the majority of the
absolutely,
reason.
I agree.
absolutely. Upbringing,
You
environment.
need to hang out with people
use
that
the
are.
drive with the people
Exactly.
and you get it.
There's an
Exactly.
old saying: hang out with the people that you most aspire to want to become like.
Mhm.
Hang out with that guy.
Mhm.
Hang out with that girl.
And then there's a
If
hang
they're,
guy
if
for
they're
the
doing what you think you want to do, hang out with that person. You'll get there.
Yeah, like people looking for people that you connect on the podcast.
Mhm.
Because have a lot of people, you can hear a lot of podcasts, but have one guy that says something that I like this guy. Follow him more, and then read more about it, try to find where he came from, what he did to get there. You need to have that somebody that inspire you, or somebody that you can relate with, or maybe stories in your past, or something, the way they talk. Because some people like the soft talk, some people like the aggressive talk.
Yeah.
Yes.
And these make huge difference
Yes.
the way you're gonna grow and getting better in your life too.
One other quick thought, then I'll shut up and let you guys talk. There's an old Jewish saying. I say this all the time, that to help one person, to save one person's life is as if to have changed the whole world. So if your whole career, my opinion, if you just tell one person, get it together, you've done your duty.
Yeah.
You've really done something special. That's my opinion. You don't have to save everybody.
And then we have I did a seminar in Oklahoma. The guy got a black belt the last time, but he said he was a blue belt. He said, "Oh, like Master Renato always say this. You don't need to be a black belt to start inspire people to do something. You can do and can inspire people or change some people's life or working some towards, like you work about veterans. Choose something again that you passionate about it. You don't need to be successful. You just need to have the passion to do something, to change something. And he has passion for help veterans. And since the blue belt, now he has a group of 35 people.
Oh, wow.
He travel a lot. Now he's a black belt. But since blue belt, he started thinking about, I don't need to be a black belt to start doing something. I don't need to be this special person, or I don't have all this money or have all this resource. If you have a passion, that's something that you like to do, a group that you want to help. We do a lot of seminars for helping Nicaragua building houses. Whatever.
I've seen it, like the type of foundation.
Yes,
or
like
charities.
Choose one thing that you're passionate about it, and then of course looking for a person to do the same thing, and then ask people. There's a lot of people feel afraid to ask. I don't want to ask. The only thing you're gonna get a no. Maybe ask another person. One person gonna say yes to you. You're gonna help you. You're gonna make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But people is afraid to talk or to ask. Don't be afraid to ask.
Why do you think people are afraid?
It's the nature. Like some people, it's nature. Like it's can feel ashamed. Oh, for asking. That's the thing we talk about the jiu-jitsu too.
Do you think it represents like a lack of self-confidence, maybe?
Sometimes we do seminars and they say no. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And it's stupid. Don't have a stupid question on the mat. We're here to help you.
Yes.
It's stupid. It's not ask, and then you're gonna leave you here without no.
Exactly.
Then you're double time.
Yeah.
So there is no stupid question.
No, it doesn't happen. And don't be afraid to ask. The only thing you can get a no. Okay, no, go ask another person.
And it's the same, like with music too.
Anything.
Anything. Like I'll ask you questions that you're probably like, what the hell?
Well, I didn't want to say anything.
But
But that's the character of the person.
Yes.
Ask me. I can think, this is so obvious, but no, I want to. Okay, look this way. Oh yeah. No, sometimes. Oh, this is simple. Yeah, it is simple. Sometimes I say, jiu-jitsu is simple. You guys complicate this stuff. You want to do my hand's supposed to be here. My leg. No, just that's it. No.
And 9 times out of 10, the person that you're asking that question probably had the same question at one point.
At one point of the career,
Mike's
yes.
chomping at the bit to say something.
I
can
know.
see it.
I just no, you're fine. I always go back to like you have to learn to love yourself and be comfortable, be vulnerable, and vulnerability only makes you stronger.
Take risk.
You
like it.
have to
Mhm.
Take risk,
You
I
have
like
to,
it. Risk,
yes.
you know?
And I've learned that sometimes you got to get in there and
You take risk and don't like be there like open to I don't know.
yeah no
I don't know about it. Can you help me?
yes.
Like because some people doesn't want to don't want to say because they think I'm. That's like I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I train for 7. People come to my gym. I ask questions. Doing class. Even I learning from white belts already.
Right.
Yes, even learn from kids.
Yes.
For real, all the time. That's why I always tell Ron. I say, I was going to say, ask you a question, but like even from kids, I learn from the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll be doing bad stuff, and I'm like, or saying good stuff, and I'll be like, even to the lower ranks. But I keep my open mind. I understand where I've like the only time I can look back and see how far I came, so I understand.
Yeah, but this is like you not like don't have your ego involved.
No,
You're always open.
yes,
No, like people ask you
absolutely,
questions.
absolutely,
Or even like a student say, Master, I think that way if you teach it, I like the way you teach. Be open mind.
yes,
Because
yes.
somebody can come for really good observation about the way you teach or the way you talk or what, and it can make your stuff's getting better. No,
Yes.
Just to
be humble.
be humble.
Yes, absolutely,
Humility.
absolutely.
So just to
Kendrick Lamar.
another thought. I always have these thoughts that pop in my head. Been thinking a lot about
You
this
have
lately.
thoughts?
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's
You
surprising.
wouldn't think so, would you?
No,
You called him out twice now.
I know he didn't hear me the first time.
I'm telling you guys.
Oh, he heard you.
I'm telling everybody out there. I'm telling everybody in the room. And you guys already know this, but the key, really, the whole thing, the key to everything, is just don't give up. I don't care what it is that you're working on. It's jiu-jitsu, it's business, relationship, your personal development, your fitness, your health, your weight, whatever. Just don't give up. Don't quit. Have the discipline to stick with the plan, whatever your plan is. Hang out with the right kind of people that's very important. And just don't quit because usually people quit right before they're going to get something really accomplished. I see this all the time.
And then it's like one.
I've seen it in my life.
One step close, you right there, and I'm not gonna do it. It's right there. It's one step forward. You couldn't get what you want. You can change the stuff in your life, but it's like I don't think so. But just keep pushing.
Just keep pushing. That's a perfect statement.
Keep pushing. Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep learning.
Swimming.
Keep learning.
Keep learning. Keep
swimming.
pushing. Keep growing. Keep open mind too. Again, look at the jiu-jitsu. Like you can be a world champion, but you always have something to learn. You're black belt, 6 degree, 10 degree, doesn't matter. You're never going to stop learning. You always have something. Right now, the way the world changes so much every day, and you're going to be like a closing mind. Like you need to be open minded. You need to see what's going on here. All the stuff's changed right now. We need
Speaking of change, I have a jiu-jitsu question for you. What about the old guard versus the new guard? And how they, like the new guard comes along, says, oh, we're going to do it this way, and the old guy says, no, this is the way to. Is there that kind of a rub, or is that a real thing, or am I just thinking? I think
the way they talk about the old jiu-jitsu, new jiu-jitsu, what it is like I think the old jiu-jitsu is more towards self-defense, the new jiu-jitsu is more sport.
Okay.
I think that's the conflict because like the sport jiu-jitsu they play is not usable for self-defense.
How about the 10th Planet guys? How about the no gi guys that won't do gi? I don't understand that. And I have a good friend that's
for me it's not jiu-jitsu. For me, what you do no gi is submission wrestling, is grappling, whatever, but it's not jiu-jitsu.
They won't.
Jiu-jitsu is a different thing. Jiu-jitsu gi, you're gonna learn you're gonna learn self-defense. Even jiu-jitsu, the way I learned it, jiu-jitsu was self-defense. And then the sport.
Okay, fair enough.
Now it's
I like
sport. Not a lot of people doesn't teach self-defense
There's
anymore.
no tradition.
You're saying the 10th Planet guys are teaching.
It's a sport. It's a sport.
There's no tradition though.
Mm-hmm.
It's for fun.
There's no tradition.
There's no tradition.
But it was founded by an IBJJF black belt.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like karate in the past and taekwondo in the past is for somebody knock somebody out. was very effective. Right now, it's more to sport, touch, points system. Jiu-Jitsu, same thing, is
Hi-ya.
point system. It's not like because Jiu-Jitsu, the way it was created is to dominate the
Submission
person,
only.
submission, or be able to control the person that, okay, if you move from here now, I can break your arm. That's what we teach our police to learn how to use the Jiu-Jitsu to control, to handcuff. They don't need the striking. They don't need the knee, the elbows, putting weight on the neck or choke. We teach those parts too in case, again, they talk about scenario, maybe in the middle of nowhere, they fight for his life and they need to use the submissions, the other stuff. But what they teach Jiu-Jitsu is to control the person, be able to let the person know that from that point forward, they can get the arm damage, can break the arm, can break the shoulder, take the shoulder off the place, or it can choke. But, the idea of Jiu-Jitsu.
Speaking of police, I just saw where a policeman officer lost his life about an hour from here with a scuffle with a whoever he stopped. It's a real thing, isn't it? I mean, this is not like unusual. That happens a lot, doesn't it?
And then
Their
right now,
lives are at risk all the time.
Yeah, but I think now with all the changes, before I remember, like when I was young, people see the police with their uniform, they respect. Right now, they lose respect because and then maybe because couple bad police officers, they was doing stuff they're supposed
Makes
to do.
everybody else look bad.
And then now people, they do this, and then they start use. Now what happened? A few people did say everybody does. That's not true.
Sad.
We have a lot of police. I teach a lot of police officers. I know the character of them.
Most of them are great guys.
Yeah,
and they put their lives at risk every day for us, right?
Yes. But
the problem is they get a bad rap.
They use the bad ones to say everybody
leverage.
know the bad fruits. Everybody's bad.
Everybody's bad. Sad.
And they have so many people. They have family. They have kids. They have wives. They protect us. We're home. And then stuff is going on outside. We don't even know they put their life in danger for us. But the problem is the society right now try to shift and make this all bad. Not all bad.
They're
like Jiu-Jitsu too. Have so many guys that did so many crazy stuff, like the fight in the street in the past. They say, the Jiu-Jitsu is a bad boy guys. Most of us never. I've
never met one like that.
I used Jiu-Jitsu when I was young as a self-defense. I was control the person, hold the kid down, say, "You're gonna stop right now." No, we're gonna. And then I use for self-defense. I know the limit where I can go using my Jiu-Jitsu. We never learned Jiu-Jitsu to be aggressive, to be the aggressor.
Right, exactly.
To be the person going to start a fight, going to do. A couple guys did, and then get the reputation real. The Jiu-Jitsu is from bad boys. They want to fight. They want to. But most of us, we never.
When you train a lot, you get humbled. You control who you are.
Yeah.
And you just know the danger. You're so confident. Without even hesitation, like, why would I engage this fight? And that goes back to the samurai in the garden. If there's a fight and I can't control it, I can't turn it down. But I don't go looking for one.
I'm humble. With that. Yeah.
And this stuff we're talking during the class today, the private lesson today. When you know what you can do, what you're going to always avoid. The problem's right here. You're going to walk the way.
Yes. Yeah.
The person say stuff say, "Oh, okay, you're right," and then walk the other way. I don't need to prove anything. I know what I can do.
Yes, I agree.
But if the person really put your hands on you,
is that why these guys tend to be?
Exactly.
Is that what really motivates the bully? They got to prove something to themselves.
Yes.
It's ego. It's all ego. Ego driven.
Yeah, and then you see most of the people that create problems, maybe a white belt, blue belts, they're still young. They learn but that's the problem for the coach teaching the right way, the right mentality to use Jiu-Jitsu.
Should a coach call a bad student out and ask him to leave and tell him to go?
One thing
is that a coach's responsibility to get that guy out of that gym?
One thing that I have in my gym that I tell my students, people come for bad attitude, and then two things can happen. They're gonna leave or they're gonna change.
One or the other.
And then my philosophy, I want to help them change. I don't want them to leave. I work as much as possible to change, to make them understand, Jiu-Jitsu is a self-discipline. Jiu-Jitsu is to help each other. Jiu-Jitsu is a self-defense. It's not, because you have a couple of people come, they super aggressive. They go say, "Look, you slow down."
Yes.
We don't want to go that hard because you are young. You go there hard, person no more, you're going to feel, "Oh man, this guy want to hurt me." They're going to hurt you. Yep. They have more technique. They're probably going to hurt. And then it's like I have a kid last week that I talked to him. Look, I know you're super aggressive, but if you break your toys, you don't have toys to play anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
No, no, you can make, and then
Yep.
it's all play. You can make a little dent, but don't break your toys.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have no. If you start
Yeah.
hurt everybody,
That's a really good analogy. I like
people
that.
don't wanna train with you anymore.
Right. They want
No.
Well,
you-
yeah, yes, I always
Or
say
they're
that.
gonna come, you're gonna hurt him. No,
Yes.
the
And
idea
And then,
is like
he's going to
understand-
come crying back to the
yeah,
prison.
inside the gym is to help each other grow. We need to grow together as a team. We are a team. We are family.
Yes.
You don't want to push people away.
Exactly.
And then when I teach class and when I put that my students to roll, I choose who go for who.
I do the same thing.
To make
I do the
sure,
same thing.
like that, I know when guys are a little more aggressive, we're gonna train for this guy here.
Yes.
That guy's new. We're gonna train for that one. They're gonna help him.
So you think
cheat
it's
and
the
learn.
Yes.
coach's responsibility to match them up?
Yes.
I think I always do.
I do the
I
same.
know
I do
Mike
the
does.
same. I do it.
and then
the
it's
same
a
thing.
competition class. Everybody's have the competition mindset, and then it's different.
It's different. Yes.
But at the regular class, we need and then
Little bit of separation.
you lose a lot of students because they're gonna start create groups.
Clicks.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't
Yep.
want to train for them. I'm gonna train for my guys here, and then we supposed to put everybody together as a family, as a
Yes,
team,
exactly.
and you start create different groups, and then just gonna push people away.
I definitely agree.
And then all this stuff, like that we try inside the gym, understand it is a community. It's a family. It's
Yes.
supposed to everybody help each other
Yes.
grow. And then again, like sometimes white belts and put black belts. No, now we're not gonna do it like a hard roll. We're gonna help this kid grow.
Flow, gentle. Show them a little bit. Talk
Yeah.
with them. Make them feel comfortable.
And then it can even like push a little bit the pace.
Yes.
But I know they're not gonna hurt.
Yes.
And then when I train for my students too at different levels, and then I want to some students I push harder because I
Yes.
want to understand that they good, but
And-
you still have a long way to go.
But you see the potential too.
Yes.
You see the potential.
But you
too.
know who can push.
Yes,
How
absolutely.
can like I have a white belt, black belt female. She's a world champion and champion. I train for her. Of course, not 100% strength or speed, but I train really hard for her because I want to make sure she understands the level she is, where she want to go, because she want to compete at a high level, especially the competitors. I go hard because I want to make sure they understand how far they can go.
I have a question about that. How many degrees are there on a black belt? Like, what's the highest? you
10,
can get?
10 degrees.
10. Okay. I was
But
just
then
curious.
we talk about this early too. It's like the way IBJJF use the degrees is just about timing, and I
Mhm.
don't think it's supposed to be about timing. I think it's supposed to be more what do you do for the sport. It can be
The
a different
community,
way.
Yes.
If you're still
Yes.
training, teaching,
Yes.
competing, doing seminars, or even do seminars for helping veterans, or we're gonna have in April, I think, or April. We're gonna have a seminar to help autism, and we're gonna have a seminar, and then you still involve and make the jiu-jitsu grow.
Mhm.
You need to see the IBJJF need to see me different. The guys who just go there once a month or once a week.
Right.
Not the same way. You need to have the accomplishments inside the sport.
I agree.
And I think this supposed to be military is that way. People in the career, they grow and they do this, they do that. They go off season and then they get
They
a better
rank
rank.
up. Yeah.
Then I think they're supposed to be the same way, not put everybody in the same thing. Oh, 3 years you get one stripe. Oh, another 3, you get another one. I don't
Yeah.
think it'd be that. No, I think take value off the stripe.
Yeah.
There should be like a second,
Yeah, I think
type.
like the way they do, like say the first 3 years, they do 3 years.
Mhm.
And then after go 5 years, if the person is still involved with the sport, still
Right.
keep 3.
Each stripe, like after his third stripe, it'd be 5 years.
Right. No, I understand. I was saying say you're a third degree with like this many like philanthropic like
just be involved in teaching. Teaching.
events of the year. Something.
Yes.
I was just
Just
wondering.
teaching. No, just teaching. For a person is teaching is different than a person just go there once a week and roll.
Right.
They need to be seen a different way. If the person teach, but not just teaching, but doing seminars in other place and spread jiu-jitsu all over.
Yeah.
If you see a different way, if you get people still competing, you still show, be an example, inspire other people to compete. It'll be see a different way. And then they have like some stuff that you can add in there.
Yes.
And then, okay, now you do this, you're going to get your stripe every 3 years. Oh, you not do much, you take 5 years to you get on.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
don't do nothing, just roll 7 years. It's going to take more
Yeah.
time for you.
I think that's very important. Like that's what I love about like your mindset. Not everybody's capable or compatible to follow that same path because I believe everybody has their own journey
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's gonna get their own efficiency out of it. and that's very important.
And then this is like we talked earlier too, is like the way you see promotion.
Yes.
You know, the person is a doctor, work all day.
Yes.
You want to have jiu-jitsu as just at least you get his stress out, you know, have something, some activity, be part of something. He's good, he training, he learning, he help the gym, he grow, he gonna get it. But we want to have another one. Oh, I want to be competitive, I want to win Pan Ams, I want to win the World Championship. And then you're gonna see it like it's totally different way. You're gonna see that the both guys should be promoted.
Yes,
side, no?
yes, absolutely. I feel like that's very important because not everybody could be that the top, you know. Not everybody could be at the bottom either. But I think finding happy medium and then like giving people good goals. Like say, my job is to make sure like they give them some sort of accountability. Like say if they have trouble showing up, like, hey, where you been? You know, or like say this is your goal. Like you know he has this goal. I want to make sure we achieve that goal for this person. Each individual. I want to make sure whatever goal that they have, even if like they can't reach it, we're gonna try. We're gonna do our best. I'm gonna invest my time.
And
we're
have
gonna
people
reach
like
it.
that is really good competitor and
Yes.
not really good coach.
Yes.
You have a lot of people like teaching. I have a purple belt. They know so many details
Yes.
better than many black belts
Yes.
because he want to learn the details. He want to learn the movements. Now he's in India. He's start teaching there a little bit. There
Yeah.
he's gonna come back. But every he doesn't have one class that he not ask at least 3 questions.
Yes.
3 questions, a minimum.
Yes.
And then sometimes Sunday we do Q&A, and I say, oh, 1 question, and he always like, I want to go ask 2. And everybody did the
He gets
finish,
a 2-piece.
and then he like everybody answers the question. He's like his hands always like this. He always want to learn more. And then it's like they inspire you to
That's
teach.
a good thing. That's a good thing.
Inspire you to teach.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love watching that.
Oh yeah, I do. But it makes me happy. It puts a smile on my face. You
Exactly.
know? Put a smile on my face.
And it's
you
like
know?
that, like with like some artists, you know, like when I have a new artist come in and they ask me so many questions either about you or Soar High or how long I've been doing it, you know, it really inspires me. I'm like, okay, this person's really interested in what I have to offer.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly.
So
Exactly. It does. It's a good feeling too.
exactly.
And
Yeah, I
then,
agree.
like again, in jiu-jitsu, you have so many areas. Like we talk about, we teach you jiu-jitsu, but you need to be almost like psychologist, nutritionist,
Yes.
conditioning
Yes,
coach. We have so
exactly.
many things that we're not gonna be. Oh, we're gonna do this because we're not nutrition, but it's like we're supposed to be a better
Yes.
diet. I think this is not good for you.
That
And psychology, because you're like the person that sometimes the way I talk for one person about pushing the pace or go to the next or
Exactly.
set up a goal is different
Mhm.
to the other person. You know, like I need to use examples with this person that's going to be totally different.
different from another.
This,
Exactly.
maybe this person need to use as an example, like competing, fighting. This one to be like change
Yes,
your
the
life, you
yes,
know, set up your
exactly.
goals, to
Exactly.
reach your goals, make sure it's something that you want to accomplish,
Exactly.
you know, and then both gonna get it there, but they have a different path to get it there. You know,
But
They
you
have
know,
a-
it's all going up.
yes,
You
yes.
know, that's that. You know, that the whole purpose all going up. But yes, I do agree. There's been sometimes I have students come in, they're like really depressed, and like I have to be their like motivator.
Mhm.
And you know, it's crazy. It inspires me to work even harder and not give up because those people look up to me. You
Yeah,
know?
I have a guy that he's a Green Beret and he has a PTSD.
Yes.
Wow.
And then you know, like sometimes he whatever happened outside there can really impact him.
Yes.
And then I start talk for him. So look, you have when he was in the war there, you have a mission. Now you have a new mission. Your new
Yes.
mission use jiu-jitsu to help all the people that have the same problem.
Yes.
And now he opened a house. They have 8 guys
Oh, wow.
right there. And he want to try use jiu-jitsu to help them understand.
That's great.
Because jiu-jitsu, especially for militaries, they can recognize the rank. They recognize the brotherhood. Then they have a lot of stuff in jiu-jitsu they can recognize inside there, you know, that it can help them.
Familiar.
Yeah, because they get
Familiar.
out of the environment that the military can brotherhood group together. We the team, jiu-jitsu can give the same
Same,
stuff to them,
yes.
the same vision.
Yes. The familiar.
And then I say, like, now you have a new mission.
Yes.
Your new mission is to help people that have the same problem as you to get out of there, and
Yes.
let's use jiu-jitsu to help them,
Mhm.
you know, to overcome.
Absolutely.
I have one more thing to add on to that because I liked that. How you said, you know, maybe one of your students comes in and has depression, and I would have put it as, you know, sometimes as a teacher, you have to be also therapist
Mhm.
and friend
Yes.
and boss. And you and I talk about this as, what do we call this? A leadership role.
Mhm.
all four of us at this table are in a leadership role in one way or another.
Mhm.
Yes.
And we have to be therapist, and we have to be friend, and we have to be teacher, and I like that. I love
And
feeling
this
that
is like
leadership.
this is super important. We again, like when you teach, you know each person is different.
Mhm.
And if you start see each person is different, you can see one day the person when he walk to the mats is different. I have a
Exactly.
student that
Exactly.
Mike Kenner, one time he walked to the gym, he's already 11 pounds down.
Wow.
And I said, man, what happened, man? It's like, oh, I'm going to need to cancel my membership. I have was work with this guy, but the way he did the company there, I need to get out of the company now. I don't know what I'm going to do for my life. I need to cancel my membership. I'm like, don't cancel membership. It's just going to be important for you for relieve your stress. You have a community here. We're here for you.
Yep.
Keep coming. And then 3 months later, he opened his own office. 6 months later, now he's already back on the feet. A lot of those clients they have another place moved to work for him. Actually, 2 people was working other place moved to work for him. Now he has the second office. And now he has more people,
Yes.
and and he always say, "Man, jiu-jitsu helped me so much during that time that I didn't know." I'm so thankful to be able to be here, and
Absolutely.
you told me to stay.
And because it's not always about the money, it's about the principle.
Yes.
It's
That
not
was
always
the
about
one. That
money.
was the one guy that he saved his life.
Saved his life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how
It's not-
powerful it is.
I was just about to go with that. I was like,
Yeah.
not only jujitsu, but you did that.
And
You
then,
did that,
it's something that when you stop pay attention, each person is different. I have started was the other way around. This guy was a military too, and he said, "Oh, I'm never gonna put on my uniform again. I hate what I did." And then one day he came to the gym, but the main coach, wasn't there. The guy came for the uniform. He already say he hated the uniform.
Yeah.
Probably if the coach was there, he would recognize.
Ah.
And he came for a little bag, put it back on the corner, left, and he went to the stuff and he killed himself.
Oh.
And then if it was the main coach there,
Yeah.
they said, "Man, what are you doing for the uniform?" You say, "Well, hey, that conversation could have maybe
Been
get
different.
him
It
to."
could have been different outcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I have students there that they have PTSD, and then I can read right
Yeah,
there.
The emotional intelligence.
Yeah,
you
the
can
way
sense
they
it.
come, the
Sense
face
it.
is different.
You can
The
just-
way
you
they on the
sense
mat
it,
is
yes.
different, and we can interact with them, and something different. When it happened, this stuff in Iraq, I have two students that are military. I was calling them,
Yes,
messaging them, because
yes.
I know how much that can mess
Yes,
with their mind.
Yes.
And then I have other students. That's when you create a community. I say,
Yes.
Mike, call him,
Yes.
message him.
Exactly.
Ed, make sure you message him.
Yes.
And then we were not just one person, it was a group.
Yes, a group
And
effort,
he
yes.
knows he
Yes.
has somebody on his back.
And that's
There's
why
a lot of
Somebody on
people
his
that
back,
love
yeah.
him.
And that's why I said friendship, like a friend first. If
Powerful
you're a
thing.
teacher, you have to be a friend too.
And
All
it's
of
like
the-
we create, that's why we create a family. It's a
Yep.
family. It's not just a friendship. It's
Yes.
bigger than that.
exactly.
We're
exactly.
there for you. And then we have the other, she was military too. And then the last couple of days, oh, I don't trust this person. I know. So you need to understand people are going to turn it back on you. But how about the people that's there for you? And then make start see where those people are. And you need to know that people are going to turn back on
Yeah.
you. And then, okay, don't be the end of the world. That's people turn back on you. They're supposed to be in my life.
Yes.
If they don't appreciate what I did for them, okay, go.
Yes.
And say, you maybe not going to forget what happened, but you need to forgive.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to forgive, and then you can move forward.
Exactly. Even
Take
with
this stuff
yourself.
out of your
Yes.
body, no?
The negative feelings.
Yes.
I was just about to say, I don't like talking about it, but I recently, for the listeners out there, I recently got out of divorce, and jiu-jitsu alone has really kept my mind still grinding to a goal, still going. And I know I even had this talk with you. I said most other people that would have gotten out of divorce at 8 years, they couldn't handle the same. But I say the lifestyle of jiu-jitsu really saved my life. It really did. Because it got
And
me.
Powerful statement.
Well, yes, of course,
And
but
me.
good friends and family. But
I'm
jiu-jitsu
playing.
alone really has helped me not be so down in the dumps, so negative,
Right.
and then blame myself. It takes everything's a team, everything's an effort to other parties. And
Well, as your success grows in your life, you begin to see things in a different way.
absolutely,
You begin to understand why people do
Take the
stupid
certain
things
way,
and
yes.
act
And
ways
then
that they shouldn't act like, because you just see things different. Am I right, Renato?
Yes, and then when you go, I think jiu-jitsu can bring you, like we talk about, the body and then your mindset. But I think when you really emerge in jiu-jitsu is like go body, mind, and your soul. You want to
Yes.
like
Yeah.
have all three, you know,
Yes.
together, you know, because it's super important. I believe in God, and then I have a lot of stuff in my life that you need to be, again, you talk about listen other people tell to you, but God tell you stuff, and then if
Yeah,
you need
it's true.
to pay attention what
Yeah,
you tell him.
you're
I
right.
remember I moved to Orlando, and then I have my gym, and I was teaching in a place there, and then I have a problem there, and I'm gonna open my gym, and my ego, I want to open my gym, I'm gonna be successful, I'm gonna show this guy this, and then God is there, no, we're not. I'm gonna humble you. You're gonna lose everything. And then I lost pretty much. I lost $40,000 at the time of the have the crisis. I have two houses, and then I have two houses. I get a loan from one house to buy another one. I have a credit card, so I open the gym. By the time I was on $500,000,
Wow.
all the stuff.
$500,000.
Yeah, and then I lost everything. I went back to my house. I didn't have money to pay the mortgage. I was trying to negotiate with the bank. I have this $500,000 that I need the two houses, my car. I need to give my car back to be able to eat.
To be able to eat.
Yeah, and then I left the other gym that I have a partnership, didn't work well. I left a piece of mat, they put it inside of my garage.
Wow.
I started teaching inside of my garage.
Side of your garage.
And then I have like few people teaching. The money was be able to pay my bills, eating, pay the electricity, try to negotiate with the bank. But I remember one time my wife's like, oh, what are you gonna do? How are we gonna make this happen? And we're gonna gonna get another job. And then I was going from my house, the kitchen. I need to pass through the laundry room to the garage. When I walk in there, came in my mind is like time is coming. Like, you know, God will provide. Believe on Him, and then from there, I have a student that was in another state. He's like, I didn't like there. Oh, I have my mats. I don't want to be here. What you can do? Oh, let's put a gym together, and then we'll open it together. And then from there, from my garage, I moved to a small gym, and then I opened another gym, and then was able to move to the mall, and then I was able to open 3 or 4 gyms around. But always because I believe that He's gonna provide for me.
It's a
You
powerful
know,
thing.
and He has His own time. It's not my time.
Right.
I cannot
God's
force
time,
stuff to
right.
happen. He has the time. You know, He gonna provide it, and then you're learning. You know, now like with have my ego involved. I'm gonna do this, and then He should. No, we're not. Not if you think you're gonna make it happen, I'm gonna show you not. You need be part of something. You need to believe in something. I'm here to help you. Believe in me. I'm gonna provide for you. And by the time, like I didn't have money. I needed my car back to be able to something cheaper to get $3,000 back to be able to eat.
That's a great story.
And then from there we grow, and then association grow. Now, I have my gym. I'm gonna move for 7,000 square feet.
7,000.
This gym, and then we open 2 or 3 gyms around. I help people come to be teaching US too. You know, but when you want to do by yourself, stuff's not gonna go your way.
Gonna go your way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a powerful story.
And then it's like it's like it's something that you need to believe.
You know what's interesting? People look at you; they would have no idea you've been through all this. They would think, "Oh, he's a great, all this." They have no idea what
Yeah,
you've
and then
been
it's
through.
like and they have other things. Like sometimes we have a other partnership didn't work well. We have like, and then the guy I need to buy the other guy. I didn't have the money, but I have other people behind. The other coach was involved in the 2 gyms. I couldn't sell the both gyms. Get my money, start everything from the scratch. But I have other people involved, and it's like this guy. What is this guy gonna do? What the other guy gonna do? Like I took the stuff. I don't want to pay this guy $40,000, and then but it's good. Now what happened there? The other guy was able to step up, and now he has his own gym. He's successful too. Then sometimes bad stuff's happen, but not for betting. They're gonna be for better for each other. I grow, he grow. He has a successful gym now.
Fantastic. It's another example of why you should never give up, and you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And look what happened.
By the
That's
grace,
crazy.
by the grace of God,
By the grace of God.
but he
Yes.
believed in the
Mhm.
power because it was on God's
Yep.
time.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mike and I
important.
talk about it quite often about
Yeah.
our relationship with God, and so we're all on the same page. I love it.
Absolutely.
Except Davin, I think he's an atheist.
Come on now.
he's not. Okay.
Come on now.
What do you think?
Davin's coming up the ranks. He's He's coming up.
No,
I hate when you guys say that.
You stuff like this, like a help we grow. You know,
It does.
No,
It
no,
does.
like conversation like this help everybody.
Davin's the new kid on the block. He's coming up through the ranks.
Because
Come
you're
on
learning.
now.
We're learning for each other. That's super important. Be open minded for learning. You know?
Absolutely.
Everyone experiences something different
Mhm.
throughout their life. You know.
He's making his play though, man. He's
He
making
has.
it happen.
He has for sure.
He's really helped our business a lot.
Very blessed.
His
well, thank
business,
you.
our business. We're all in it together. That's how I look at
Yeah,
it.
you know, I always say, you say the same thing to me. You know, we're in it. If we're
We're in
down,
it.
we're down.
My old saying
know?
is we either sink or swim together.
Yep. Yep.
One or the other. And if people aren't willing to
That's brotherhood, though.
do that with me, then have a nice day. Because
They want
we either do really good together or we go down together. That's how I am.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people have left my
They don't
life.
understand
They've
that
left me
concept. They
because
don't understand that concept, though. But that's real brotherhood.
Yeah, but yeah, and then we have.
I'm funny like that. I'm old school like that.
I have a couple of guys there, like, even old friends, have people like you don't see forever. Maybe like because I have guys in Brazil, but when I see them, look like I saw them yesterday. The connection is so
Still
big.
there. Yeah,
Yes.
still there. Yeah.
And then you have new people walk into your life that you just know for maybe 2 or 3 months, but have something
It's
that's
crazy. It
connected.
does
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
was speaking about Cameron. I said, I met Cameron from Coach Eric, and
Yeah.
Cameron's really like he hasn't been around. Like he's been around like 6 months or so, but he has really have like helped my gym in a
I
certain
see
way.
that. Yeah.
Like he was like an angel that I needed. I prayed to God. Like it was like one day I was like, God, because I like recently lost a student, and I was like praying. I was like, I really need somebody to replace like this certain person.
I gotta say,
It was hard.
I like that guy a lot.
Cameron,
I
he's
like
a
that
great
guy a
guy,
lot.
great energy. But he has a little nick sometimes. But I call him out. I call him out in a good way. I'm like, hey, that's not how we betray ourselves. We got to think more like this. We got to if we're gonna
Yeah,
be.
but that's
martial
all I
artists.
think. We need to guide.
Yes, exactly.
There's
I
another
would-
position to
Yes.
guide
But he trusts
and-
the process.
and inspire other people
Yes.
and turn in a new leader. The person gonna be able
Yes.
in the future to help others because the stuff you pass to him, you guide him. And again, it's super important to be open minded. Not for, I'm the coach. You're gonna
Yes.
teach. You're not gonna learn it. You learn so much from the
Absolutely.
relation, the talk.
Absolutely. I hate saying his name, but he's a great guy, and he does watch our podcast.
He's a good
Yeah, he
Yeah.
loves our podcast.
And so Cameron,
he's a big fan.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
but
him,
talk the
yes.
other stuff you did to talk about him earlier. Yeah,
What
make
is
sure
it?
not- yeah, talk about him now.
Talk about him. Oh, he's just a great guy,
No,
and-
you talk a different thing. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, wait, oh yeah. I forgot. My bad. We were talking crap on him. No,
Oh yeah.
he did that earlier to me with Jeremy or Lincoln. He was Master Renato was like, oh, he was just talking crap a second ago. He's being funny. But yeah, no, yeah, that was. I don't think I have much else.
I
don't know
think
if
it's
you
time
do.
for a commercial.
commercial. Okay.
Yeah.
Go
So
We're about double the time for the.
Oh yeah,
that's
commercial.
all right. Well,
we gotta go.
it's only
eat.
once in a while we have somebody.
I know.
No, I know.
Spend time
That's
with
why I
us
didn't
and
say anything.
hang
No,
out with
I'm
us
just
and
showing.
teach everybody and inspire
it's a
everybody.
blessing.
we know again. It's all about learning. We
Yep.
talk here today. I take a little bit of what you guys said too.
Yes.
It's always good to have those conversations. I like those.
Yes.
Cool. So America's Same Day Service is our sponsor. We are a home repair service. We do heating, cooling, plumbing, appliance, electrical, handyman services in many cities throughout the United States. Our website is samedayservice.com. Go there. You can place a work order and we'll respond promptly. If we don't have anybody working in your market area, we'll tell you right away so you can call around, but give us a shot if you would. And I guess now, how about closing thoughts?
I just want to say, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Master
Back
Renato,
to you.
Master Renato, thank you for coming in. His gym's out in Vero Beach, in Florida. You can look him up. And Renato Tavares, you can see him on the internet. You can find more information about him, his lineage, what he does, what he specializes in. I just want to say thank you again, and I'm very blessed to have the opportunity to sit with you in the same room and conversate. But definitely look this man up and follow him, and he shows some good stuff. And thank you again, Davin. Thank you. And then you can finish it up.
I'll let Davin have some closing thoughts, and then
Yes.
we'll let Master
Yep.
finish it up.
I don't have any thoughts. I don't know how to think, man. I'm
What's up in there?
nothing. It's hollow.
Density.
Yeah, yeah, it's hollow. It's just fog.
Dense. Depth.
Uh,
dense.
I will say, thank you, Master Renato, for coming in and sharing stories. I may not be in jiu-jitsu, but I still appreciate a good outlook on
The
life.
art.
Yeah, the good, just even, the outlook on life,
Mhm,
outside of any realm, just being a good person and having a lot of experience.
Dedicate
in
his whole life to the jiu-jitsu.
Exactly, I know. And like it's the same with like Ronnie, when we
Yes.
talk about business.
Yes.
So I thank you for coming through. And
Renato?
No, thanks so much for the opportunity. It's always a good opportunity when you have a conversation that we learn from each other. And I can put in my experience there, but I know you guys talk a lot of different things that make sense, and we put the things together. The idea is have an open mind, learn from each other, surround yourself. People want to go to the next level, want to change, especially right now the way society it is.
Yes.
It's super important you be around people that want to step up, want to go to the next level, want to grow. And I think for people there maybe never try jiu-jitsu, go try jiu-jitsu. I think jiu-jitsu, if you find a good school, going to help you a lot, not just healthy-wise, but going to help you mentally,
Yes.
be more part of
What is the
something.
simple way for people to find a gym? What's the simplest way for them to find a gym wherever they live?
Google.
Google it.
Google is the easy one. But I always recommend do a couple classes before you really engage in to know the gym, talk with people inside the gym. Then you can ask about, how's the classes here? How you like the class? What are you looking for? And then, it's always important to go there and because you can find in 1 or 2 classes, you can find so much about the gym, the way the coach is, the way the whole
atmosphere, environment.
Yeah, they have a lot of gyms. They see new people, they look at you, so fresh meat. That's but it is. It's real. It's real.
It's
They
funny.
Look,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, fresh meat. Let's kill them.
Oh my goodness.
That way, and it would change the way. Like you remember when I was training in Brazil, like you see so many people walk to the gym and a month later don't see anymore because they was super intense. And that's why I think it's important you're learning how
Moderation.
each one is a different is individual.
Moderation.
Is a different person.
That's why I learned
Each
from
one
you.
have different goals.
I learned from you. I remember we were doing the jogs. You're like, the only thing you said, was like, hey, I think you should do this. Lower, get the warm up for the jog a little bit less. And I did. I listened to you. Because you were right. Because now everybody can have that same intensity,
Especially when people come at the night, after work all day.
Absolutely. Work
They
all
want to
day.
have fun.
Or, exactly. And, and you didn't say nothing negative. That was the only thing. It was the only thing you said. And I was like, I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
No, I think maybe like you want I want to show my guys that they can do all this. I mean, it's normal.
But it was something so simple.
The first time I came, he want to kind of show like, let me show what my guys can do.
Yes.
But it's like there's a good interaction because I learned a couple things here. The way he teaches, like, I like this. You always learn from each other.
What you see more of like my wrestling style, like that's my foundation. And but it was so crazy. It was the simplest thing. He said, I think you should do this. And I was very grateful. And I was like, I see moderation. And thank you. And we shorten up the runs even to this day because I see how it helps people. Mm-hmm. Because it's not all about the run, it's about having fun, enjoying the atmosphere and the environment. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that.
Well, the hardcore people are going to exercise anyway.
Well, yeah.
Somewhere.
Yes, absolutely.
And the ones who can and won't.
Stretch the class a little bit more for the ones who want to roll more.
Absolutely. That's all.
All right. Okay. Thanks so much for the opportunity. Thank you again for a great opportunity.
Thank you for coming in.
Just remember, everybody, if you don't give up, the stars will always line up. So until next time, stay positive.